Good morning to all. You join us for this match between the Karachi...
The visitors win the toss and will bowl first.
We're nearing the end of this tournament. The pitch, it still looks in good condition, and I expect plenty of runs and wickets today. The crowd's built up nicely and is already making plenty of noise. Let's get down to the action. The umpire signals that we're ready to go. First ball of the innings about to be bowled. Perfectly timed.
Yeah, too wide. It was there to be hit, and it was really given the treatment.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Got that away nicely. Needs to be on target. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Nice shot, cut away, running towards the boundary. That'll take some chasing.
Warner was quick onto that one, cut it away, through the field and to the boundary.
Don't always mind getting hit for runs. What's important, just focus on getting the next delivery right. Misses. That's a big chance gone begging. End of the over, 13 coming from it. Karachi, 13 for none.
End of the first and an exceptional start. Some big shots early on. Can build some momentum easily off that over.
No. Terrible shot. Smacks that away through the gap. Now, great opportunity to prove the critics wrong. Certainly needs to build an innings for the team. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Too good. That is huge.
Just textbook. Sees the ball go shorter and gets back fast to pull that shot away for the six.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions for this innings. Beats the field with a great shot. Smashed all over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with them.
Well, they started off with a bang and they're still going on with it.
Square cut, finds point, no run. Over the infield with a cracking shot. Good stop, probably managed to prevent 4 runs. Massive outside edge.
Didn't time it at all, but manages to get it away to the boundary.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length. Roundabout off stump. That'll force a mistake. End of the over, 14 runs coming from it. Karachi 39 for none. Munro from the north end. Wide of extra cover and away goes the ball to the boundary.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot. Might look to go big again here.
Drilled that one away. Late cut, straight to the fielder. There's a chance if it hits. Perfectly timed. Ten runs added in that over. Karachi 49 for none.
Yet another massive over for the power play, seemingly unstoppable at the moment.
The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the south end. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Smacks that away through the gap. Brilliant diving stop. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. That's the over. Karachi a 53 for none. Oh, whack. Pick the bones out of that. It's gone for a maximum.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Great shot through the gap.
Barely seemed to hit that. Brilliant shot, got it up and over, all the way for six. Six last ball. How will the bowler reply?
Pulled away and into the gap. Could be four more.
A poor delivery, and you don't pass up chances like that. Crashed away for four. Needs a dot ball.
Perfectly timed.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot. No chance at all for the fielders. A good innings, that's 50. A simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner, and they're ready to go again.
Gone. Catches win matches, and that was a beauty. Big dive from the fielder. Tremendous catch.
The first wicket gone, the opening partnership is broken. You can see the relief on the bowler's face. Another quick wicket and they'll be into the middle order.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. We'll have to wait just a little bit longer to face their first ball, though. Shah from the south end. Nearly gets the edge. Shah with a great delivery there. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Needs a direct hit. Someone different now to bowl at. Brings a different set of problems. I feel it's just a matter of pitching the ball up and getting them onto the front foot. Wide of extra cover and away goes the ball to the boundary.
Well, you can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. That's gone for 6. That is a huge one. Vince wants plenty from these bowlers.
Well, that's what you pay your entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move. Bowler needs to tighten up a bit.
Perfectly timed.
Pierced the gap wonderfully on the offside at cover.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Over the infield with a cracking shot. Really playing all their shots that over. Very expensive. There's a chance if it hits. They've gone up here. End of the over. 6 off it. Karachi are 102 for 1.
It's been non-stop action tonight. Every plan for the batters has been dismantled with almost a level of disdain.
Oh, that's hit them at pace. That looked painful. That looks gone. Oh, great run out.
Not a bad innings. Really was starting to get the runs flowing, but cut short. Important wicket to get at this stage of the match.
The new batter always likes to feel bat on ball as they bring a bit of nervous energy to the wicket. Bold, stunning delivery.
Out for a duck. An innings that should have promised so much ends with a brilliant delivery that was almost unplayable.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes charging out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. Was quick onto that in the infield. A direct hit and this could be gone. Gets that away.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive and just powers that one over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Can't get that outside the ring field. End of the over. 8 off it. Karachi are 110 for 3. Going with pace now. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. No. Terrible shot. The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming off it. Both sides need to inject some life into this match. Shah from the south end. Late cut. Straight to the fielder. Doesn't beat the infield. Good pick up, big chance. Oh, great run out.
At long last, they have the wicket. Could so easily have been a game-changing innings, but all the same, it's been fabulous to watch.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should be on as the new batter strides to the middle. They'll be looking for another quick wicket. Couldn't get it through the field. Minhas ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps. Power and precision in that shot. The end of another tidy over. Good to see the pressure starting to build on the batters.
Kept the heat on throughout this innings so far. Really good batting. The next few overs could tell the tale of just how big this score will be.
Go through. It's high in the air. Fielder coming around, but it looks like it'll carry. Oh, great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air, and they've taken a good catch. And gone. That's a fantastic catch.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled. Straight to the fielder. Needs a direct hit. Perfectly timed.
Got that one. Clean out of the middle. 4 off a brilliant shot.
Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Holder will be pleased with their work in that over. Kept the batters under pressure very, very well. It's something they do so well. Wasim, the spinner, coming into the attack. Down the ground, lovely shot. Mid-off chasing. That could be 4. Finds the fielder with that shot. Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Got that away nicely. That's a boundary save for sure. Trouble. That looks gone. Oh, great run out.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down, really didn't get settled and looked to be in trouble for most of the knock.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come into bat after the fall of a wicket. Things have been kept relatively quiet here. Another good over comes to an end.
Been some really good overs strung together. They've taken some risks, along with some good running. A very good total is on the way.
Drilled that one away. Amir taking guard. Has been playing really well in recent matches. Certainly needs to bring their A game today. Cuts that off well in the infield. That's high. Is there enough on it? There is. Add that maximum to the scoreboard. Thank you very much.
Helped on its way, really. Pivoted onto the back foot and lofted it all the way.
Does very well to quickly get across to this one. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Two runs coming from that over. Karachi are 141 for 6. The right armour is coming into the attack from the north end. Misses everything. Nearly gets the edge. Shatter with a great delivery there. Onto that early, that could be 4.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot. Needs a direct hit. Down the ground, lovely shot. Mid-off chasing. That could be 4. End of the over, a big one. 11 runs coming from it. Karachi are 152 for 6.
Found the middle of the bats, great timing, lovely front foot shots that's raced to the boundary.
Whacked away.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot. Can he come back with a dot ball?
And gone. Brilliant reactions to take that one. Out. What a screamer.
Well, the end of an entertaining performance with the bat. Certainly a good wicket to get. Those runs were really starting to flow.
A difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to settle themselves in before facing their first ball. Trouble. End of the over. 8 off it. Karachi are 160 for 7.
Been some really good overs strung together. They've taken some risks, along with some good running. A very good total is on the way.
Wow, that's missed the lot. Drive straight down the ground. Mid-on will collect that one, though. Oh, my word. Fast reflexes and grabs it. Stunning catch. Gone. Fine catch.
Well, a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down, really didn't get settled, and looked to be in trouble for most of the knock.
That silenced the local fans. Another wicket.
Another one goes off to the pavilion. That's 9 down now. Some good bowling, finding this tail out. And it certainly feels like this is close to the end.
Hat-trick ball. What kind of delivery will we see? The batter will be looking to just make it through this ball. Got that away nicely. That's the end of the over. 2 runs added. Karachi are 162 for 9. Wasim from the south end. Seems to have misjudged that one. Ouch. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Was quick onto that in the infield.
That That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early, and it was dispatched with a plum. How will the bowler respond?
Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on.
There was some wonderful stroke play on offer for the fans here. Bowlers just weren't tight enough.
The bowler looks really confident. Needs to be on target. Now the batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. And the innings comes to an end. Islamabad will need 177 runs. I reckon this is a respectable total. If the bowlers can get firing and get some early wickets, this will be a difficult chase.
Here we go. Coming in for the first ball.
Perfectly timed. Can't get that outside the ring field. Gone, knocked them over. Just too much pace there.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered. Very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Got that away nicely. Yeah, big opportunity. They've worked really hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get a big score on the board. 6 runs added in that over. Islamabad are 6 for 1. Zahid, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the north end. Straight to the fielder. That's a confident appeal. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Shot on the front foot. No one's getting that.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
I didn't feel there was too much wrong with that last delivery. They just need to keep the ball in the right areas and the rewards will come. Nicked it. 9 runs added there. Islamabad 15 for 1. Ali from the south end. And crunch down the wicket. Oh no, it hits the stumps. That would have been 4 otherwise. Now then, what's this? They've gone up. I didn't hear or see anything. Finds the fielder with that shot. Across the stumps and a flick of the wrist. It's wide of square leg. Could be 4. Goes over the top with that shot.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there's no point in chasing that.
Great shot. Gets a hold of that and places it through square leg. End of the over, 10 runs from it. Islamabad are 25 for 1.
It was timed well for 4. Gee, that was a good shot.
Couldn't get it through the field. Finds the edge. Massive appeal. Might have just been missing though. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Drive straight down the ground. Mid-on will collect that one though. Edged it. The whole team's gone up here. What's the umpire going to say? Doesn't beat the infield. Karachi has gone up for something here. Umpire looks a bit confused as to what they're appealing for. The bowler and the slips have really gone up here. They like it. Cuts that off well in the infield. Gorgeous cover drive, surely heading to the boundary.
Well, you can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot.
Might look to go big again here.
Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. That's the end of a very good over. Great pressure being placed on the batters here. What a superb delivery, too good. Just didn't know where it was going and knocked him over.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into fireworks as we would have hoped, but still solid work.
That's gone for 6. That is a huge one. Van der Dusen wants plenty from these bowlers.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive and just powers that one over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
Does very well to quickly get across to this one. End of the over. 8 off it. Islamabad a 41 for 2.
The captain can now put 5 fielders outside the circle.
Minhas, the left armour, is coming into the attack from the south end.
Some adjustments to the field.
Minhas from the south end. Edged. Everyone's gone up. Let's just see. They can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. That's great fielding. That ball was flying. Not too sure what they're appealing for here. End of the over. A good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one.
It's been a bit of a battle finding some big overs, but they worked the ball around nicely.
This bowler knows how to give the ball an almighty tweak. Let's see how they go. Massive outside edge. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Swept away but finds the fielder. And gone. Brilliant catch. In the air and cover takes an easy catch.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing they went about this innings a little differently. Not too much to speak of on the scoreboard.
Whacked away.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot.
Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. End of the over, and it's a good one for the bowling side, not letting the batters build any momentum.
How will he reply?
Goes over the top with that shot. Smacks that away through the gap.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, and dispatches it to the boundary. Can he come back with a dot ball?
Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Over, Islamabad, 60 for 3. That's huge. That's a biggie. It is out of here. Absolutely smoked off the bat.
Well, that's a waste of a delivery. Absolutely no trouble getting onto it and dispatching it for 6.
Now then, what's this? They've gone up. I didn't hear or see anything. Oh, I thought that was passing, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. Good running. They should come back for 2.
Van der Dusen watched it closely and let that go through to the keeper. A few moves made in the field.
Was quick onto that in the infield. End of the over, 10 off it. Islamabad, 70 for 3. Minhas from the south end. Big edge. They've gone up here. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Off the middle of the bat.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Two straight and punch through the leg side.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away. Will it be 3 boundaries in a row?
Swept away, but finds the fielder. End of the over. 9 off it. Islamabad a 79 for 3. Power and precision in that shot.
Nothing really wrong with that ball. Got onto the front foot and found the gap to get that one to the boundary.
Pinged off the bat.
That showed great skill, lovely timing, and the boundary was the only place it was heading.
Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot. Brilliant diving stop. Nine runs added in that over. Islamabad are 88 for 3. Oh, nicely done. That's gone fine. May well be 4.
A good innings, that's 50. A simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner, and they're ready to go again.
Perfectly timed.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Can't get that outside the ring field. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. End of the over, a big one. 11 runs coming from it. Islamabad a 99 for 3. Magical shot into the vacant fine leg position. And I do not think anyone's going to stop that.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot. A bit of a change-up in the field now.
Pulled away, but straight to square leg.
A poor delivery, and you don't pass up chances like that. Crushed away for 4.
End of the over, 10 off it. Islamabad are 109 for 3. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the south end. Nicked it. Everyone's gone up. Bowler seems convinced it was a good shout. It was definitely close.
An edge on it. The captain may have been talked into that one. Didn't need to use it, and now they've lost it.
Wasim looking quite surprised. Didn't seem too worried about a reversal. Thick edge.
Well, that was an entertaining show of power batting. Really put the bowlers to the sword for a while there, but it's all come to an end.
Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4. That's a great shot, full of class. Square drive for a maximum.
Wow! Power off the front foot, goes all the way.
Smacks that away through the gap. End of the over. 8 off it. Islamabad are 117 for 4. A new bowler is coming into the attack. Great shot, pulled straight to backward square leg though.
Well, these are the sorts of shots you just stand and admire. Gets onto the back foot and rolls the wrists to keep control and find the boundary.
Straight to the fielder. Now the batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. Edged it. Got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Mohammed has had a pretty good over. Just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket. The whole team's gone up here. What's the umpire going to say? Cuts that off well in the infield. Van der Dusen, stand and deliver. Holds the pose as the ball goes straight over the bowler. 6 more.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Huge shot. That's a massive shot, just incredible.
Too much width, really. They're only asking for that to be hammered into the stands, and that is exactly what's happened.
Well, that was a struggle, getting smacked all over the park.
The batters have controlled the middle portion of this innings, but they'll need to launch now with wickets in the dugout.
Nicely fielded out deep on the boundary. That's 4 all the way. Beautiful shot.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there's no point in chasing that.
Well, now, that could be out. Out of the ground. That's a tremendous shot. Just sailed away.
That ball's been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is ridiculous.
Goes over the top with that shot. Now then, what's this? They've gone up. Didn't hear or see anything. Warner, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Massive outside edge. End of a high-scoring over. Beautiful batting. After hitting the boundary that many times, there's high confidence out in the middle. Oh, boy, that's a maximum. I want to know how far that's gone. Came right off the meat of the bat.
That has been a wonderful innings. Shots all around the ground. The bowlers have struggled to contain them as they bring up the 100.
The bowler and the slips have really gone up here. They like it. No, no, no. Terrible shot. Finds the edge. Everyone's gone up. The throw misses. Close to a direct hit. It may well have been out if he'd hit. Karachi having a good chat with the captain. Not sure this one is worth a review, though.
Well, the review was already a bit of an afterthought. They didn't look confident, and they lose the challenge.
Yeah, great decision by the umpire. Challenge wasn't successful. Power and precision in that shot.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well-timed, and 4 runs.
End of the over, 14 runs coming from it. Islamabad, 168 for 4.
At the moment, they've got a chance in the next few overs to shift momentum if these two stay in and keep up the shot making. Have to go for it now.
Misses everything.
They really need a boundary, this ball.
Onto that early, that could be 4.
That showed great skill, lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading. Can he come back with a dot ball?
Over the infield with a cracking shot.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
Scores level now, just 1 run needed. Only a batting meltdown will stop victory now. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring.
They need 1 to win.
Big edge. The match ends in a tie. We have a super over to decide the outcome.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Huge edge. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Great shot, pulled straight to backward square leg though. A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, so I want to show everyone their strength. Massive edge, misses everyone, and that's racing away. Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries, just to keep them guessing. Drilled that one away.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, and dispatches it to the boundary.
Ali with a huge appeal.
Race coming in.
Couldn't get it through the field. Brilliant shot. That's one for the crowd.
You give that much width and you are asking for trouble. That was so well timed, it flew over the boundary.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Perfect, right out of the middle and bludgeons that one to the boundary.
That was a lovely flowing drive through the covers to pick up the 4. That was a mighty win. Really just too easy to score runs and chase down that total with time to spare. A great all-round performance.
Well, that was a very one-sided contest. The result was never really